calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin. This poor man calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin. I'm a stubborn child who carries out the plans. Plans that are not mine. Forming alliance. Not by your spirit. Heaping up my sin. Who goes down to Egypt for Pharaoh's protection. Without consulting you, I use Egypt's shade for refuge. That is my shame and disgrace, a man that can't be used. Riches and treasures are carried back to me. Unprofitable nation, I'm useless utterly. I'm called by the Lord, Rahab to do nothing. This tablet I'm writing, witness everlasting. We're rebellious people, our children are deceitful, unwilling to listen, heaping sin upon sin. This poor man calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin. This poor man calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin. I'm off of this path. Stop confronting me. Oh, Holy One of Israel, just tell me pleasant things. But I rejected your message. Depended on deceit. Relied on oppression. This sin came for me. Like a high wall that is bulging and is cracked. Suddenly collapse. Breaking every piece. Like shattered pottery. So mercilessly. Not a fragment is found. Not even a piece. In repentance and rest. Trust and quietness. My salvation will come, but of it I would have none. Therefore I will flee. But when you hear me cry, how gracious you will be, and no more will I weep. This poor man calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin. This poor man calls out, guilty of my sin. I'm guilty of my sin. Guilty of my sin.